is for this episode of the Airplane Show on this Friday night, February 23rd, year of our Lord 2024. Yes, sir. Is this A300 the best? The best airplane in the simulator? I don't know. We're going to find out. It's got a lot of stuff to it. That's for sure. It's got a lot of goodies. It's got lots of goodies in this plane. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. Please subscribe. Please click the thumbs up. Follow me. And you can be my co-pilot anytime I fly. Yeah, man. I'm excited about this plane. I've been waiting for this plane to come out. I've been waiting and waiting. I did a little test flight with it early this morning before I started work, and it's cool, man. It's a little bit better than the what is taking its time. Let's quit this and restart the simulator. It's a bit more advanced than the A300 than the A310. But not by much. The tablet, the flight bag tablet that it has with it is definitely an improvement over the A310. But the overall inner workings of the airplane is virtually identical between the two. So, yo, Frank the Badass is back. I had to take a few days off, Frank. I had to trade in my Series S, and now I got the Series X. I couldn't run the simulator, man. I was trying to fly this plane, it wouldn't let me. So I got frustrated the other night, just killed it, traded in, and man, I'm so glad the guy at GameStop was high as shit when I went in there, man. I walked into GameStop yesterday on my lunch break. And man, it smelled just like a headshot, man. It was the sweetest kind bud smell in that shop. And not only did that dude give me almost $100 more for the Xbox I traded in, he took almost $75 off more than I already got off with the Series X, man. Shit, I walked out of there with a bunch of cash and paying a fraction of what I should have paid for the Series X. Yeah, it might have been you. But yeah, tonight we're flying the A300. The brand new A300. I bought it the other day. We're flying from Dubai to Tehran, Iran. But yeah, man. You know, the Series X, I mean, you know how expensive those are. Yeah, I forget the name tag. You know what? Actually, no. I don't think he had a name tag on. He had a like a blue hoodie on. But yeah, he was all kinds of confused because I ordered the Series X on Wednesday night, paid for it, and then I went in the next day to pick it up, and I traded in my Xbox at the same time. Man, he was all kinds of confused on how to do it. Like yeah. I'm sure he got in a little bit of trouble for doing what he did, but hey, man, shouldn't if you can't handle the buds at work, you shouldn't be getting high at work if you can't handle it. All right, where's Dubai? Goodbye, Dubai. Nah, he was a tall, skinny black dude with glasses, and nah, it wasn't a white dude. It was a black dude. Then the refund. So I was planning on being in and out of there in like 20 minutes, and he the refund that I originally was going to get a store credit. He's like, I'll just give you cash. So he had to open the safe to give me the cash because it was so much of a difference between the trade-in and all that. Well, he made me wait for like another 20 minutes while he was helping out everybody else in the store. Man, I was so mad. I was so mad he made me wait there. I should have been in and out in 10 minutes. It took me almost 40 minutes in that store yesterday. But it was worth the wait because I got a pocket full of cash now, and I got a huge ass discount on this Series X. Nah, I'm sure it wasn't you. I don't think you come down from New York just to, sell me an Xbox. So far, I haven't really noticed a huge difference between the Series X and the Series S. A little bit, like with a couple of games that I've tested. This is definitely the graphics are definitely clearer in this simulator for sure. All right, let's. I turned the live weather off for now, but let's put some daylight up in this bitch. All right, let's do a couple of things up in this bitch. Yeah, I got an Xbox 360 also, and we also have a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 3. We got like every Wii that's ever come out. Like, we got some shit. All right, let's import from SimBrief. Kablam! All right, that's done. Let's go to ground equipment. Let's toggle the chocks. Let's get the jetway going. Let's get the catering truck and the luggage cart. That's one nice thing over. Oh yeah, Red Dead 2, man. I love that game. I should have bought it while it was on sale. I didn't, but I should have. Because it was like 20 bucks it was like 20 bucks up until the other day. All right, let's put the batteries on. Let's click on this available power for external powers. Give it all the power. And let's put the nav light on. Let's come down yonder and let's type in OMDB and OIIE. Yo, did you ever seen that show called Vice Principals? It's on it's an HBO series. It came out a few years back. Man, that show, bro, if you haven't seen that show, Vice Principals is the shit, man. That show is so cringe and so funny, though, at the same time, man. It is hilarious. OIFM. That's our alternate. All right, let's go ahead and align the IRSs. Let's nav 1, nav 2. All this up here, if you can do the A310, you can do this plane. Everything is like the same up top here. Everything. Everything's pretty much the same here too. The only difference I've seen so far is just the outside of the plane and this tablet. All right. So luggage is still working. Catering truck is done. Let's go to our flight plan here, so we can plug in our winds for descent. And we got 20,000 is 2 right here. 20,000 is 288.47. Oh, we forgot to click the align IRS button. There we go. All right, let's go to mode. Let's go to descent forecast. And we got 288.47. So 20,000 is 288.47. 15,000 feet is 282.30. And 10,000 feet is 271.13. 271.13. All right, we'll set our flight plan once the IRS is aligned. In the meantime, we can come over here and we can bring in our weight and balance from SimBrief. So let's update from SimBrief. And apply it to the aircraft. It's just that simple. And this should be for the fuel. Yep, it's fueling the airplane right now. Very good. All right, luggage is done. Now I do have the IRS on like a sped up mode, so it should almost be finished. Yeah, it's got 1 more minute left. You can do it real time, or here, I'll show you. So in the settings page here, this line where you do your logins for SimBrief and Navigraph. Here's the IRS. You can do real, fast, or instant. I have it on fast, so it takes like 2 or 3 minutes. And then I also have link instruments. So when I adjust the barometer and stuff like that, does all the altimeters at one time. And then I like having metric and kilograms. This doesn't really matter, inches. And then the on-screen keyboard, I have that because I like typing it in right here on the keyboard here. So, all right, let's go ahead and I'm going to use, so you can use the flight plan here if you want. I'm going to use the one that I have in front of me. It's the same one. It's just, it's easier for me to read it on the tablet here. All right, so the barometer is 30. Oh, it's 10:15 is the Q. And there's our route right there. Oh, very good. There's our route. I didn't realize I put the route right there. All right, GPS primary. We are good to start entering in information. So let's click clear. All right, very good. Now, if you wanted, you can come here and like go back and forth to put the route in. You can't just send the route over. There is a way to do it on this display here, but for some reason I can't do it. Like, you're supposed to be able to go to menu, click on ACARS, and then request it, but I get an error message. I don't know why. I can do it on the A310, but whatevs. So we'll just set it here. So let's click on the button next to OMDB. Let's click the button next to standard instrument departure. Yeah, Grease ain't here. He might be sleeping. It's late there. It's just me and you right now, Frank. All right, we got 12 right. And we have DAV M4G. Let's insert that. Let's do our first airway. So let's click the button next to DAVMO. Let's click airway. We have M318. And we're taking that to GABCO. GABCO. Click on GABCO. Let's enter our next airway, which is M317. We're taking that to RADEB. From RADEB, we're taking another it's all airways, by the way. Trump is ranked dead last worst president thanks to sleeping. That's bullshit. He was the best president that since like Abraham Lincoln. Oops. We need 318. Yeah, I haven't looked at any news today. I'll do that after I'm finished streaming tonight and I get a chance to kind of read through the I usually just look at the Gateway Pundit. That's kind of like Gateway Pundit and Truth Social. That's kind of where I get all my news from. But there's no way Americans aren't going to fall for that bullshit. They know They know now that Trump's not the worst president. They know that they've been told all kinds of lies about him. Good old Teflon Don. All right, we're almost done. We got one last airway. And we're taking that to Radal, which is our transition for our arrival. Radal. Now, if you wanted to enter a waypoint in, you can just type it in, click the button next to discontinuity, and it'll plug it in. Or you can click on the last waypoint, type it in, and then click new waypoint, and it'll plug it in from there. I'm not going to enter the arrival in yet because that usually causes issues. Hey, what's up, my brother? We were just talking about how the zombies were like tearing you apart. All right, we'll do RNAV. I'm not entering the arrival in yet for fear of stuttering. So let's go ahead and let's clear this discontinuity out. Let's click on flight plan. And we need to get rid of this 460 as well, because that's going to throw off the navigation system. Yep, everybody's where they need to be right now. All right, our flight ID is Yo Mama, as usual, unless it's a real flight. Our cruising altitude is a crisp 30,000 feet today in this A300. And the cost index on the flight plan says 100. I'm not doing that. We'll just put in like 15. Hey man, it's all good. You're here now. All right, 292.98. All right, let's get ready to close the jetway, put the APU on. All right, let's come over here. Let's get rid of the jetway. Nice. Oh yeah, new Xbox, brother. How can you tell? Did you hear me talking about it, or can you tell by the graphics? Yeah, it's a Series X. I traded mine in yesterday. The day I traded it in, oh yeah. Yo, the dude, so I went to GameStop. I don't know if you know if they have GameStop over in Greece or not, but I went to GameStop and I walked in the door. The smell of weed was so potent, I thought I was going to get high just by walking in the door. I already paid for the Xbox the day before. So all I was going to do is just walk in, trade in my Series S, get the warranty with the cash from the trade-in, and leave. I was there for 40 minutes. Not only did I get another $75 off the Series X, because this guy was high and didn't know what he was doing, I got another $75 off the new one. I also got almost $100 more for the trade-in. Their website said it was like $192 for trade-in. I got him as $270 for the trade-in. So I saved another 100 by walking in there when he was high. I saved almost $170 more on the Series X. It's crazy. All right, let's close all the doors. Yeah, I was gonna say something to the guy because I started feeling bad, but when he made me wait for like 25 minutes so he could finish helping everybody else out before he opened the safe, I was like, nah, fuck that. I was gonna say something, but once he made me wait so he could take care of everybody else, I was like, man, I'm gonna be late for work now. Like, nah, man, I'm not down with that. All right, anything with white lettering's got to be turned off. Let's put the APU on. So we're gonna use this inner button here. You can do this button, well, any of these inner tanks or these outer tanks here will do it because you can see the line goes right up to APU. So, all right, let's put on the APU. Oops, let's put on the APU master. Let's wait a few seconds and then click on. Now, typically the APU would show up here, but the doors are open still, so that's why the APU isn't showing up here yet. First impressions on the X, it's heavier, for sure. It's definitely heavier. It's definitely, I can tell a difference with the games. The games seem to run a lot smoother. Now, I've only played the train simulator, car mechanic simulator, and this. I haven't really had much time to do any gaming, but so far, the sounds are much better. Everything's much crisper. Everything seems to run a bit smoother. I mean, I'm very happy with this so far. All right, why isn't that door closed? Let's close all the doors. There we go. Yeah, I'm very happy with the X. I like it a lot. I mean, I was really trying to buy that when I bought the Series S. I just bought the Series S by accident. Yeah, that's right. I'm definitely in your territory now. All right, let's load up. Let's finish the init page, and then we can back up. So our fuel block is 18.9. Our zero fuel weight is 128.1. Yeah, the other night when I couldn't load this airplane in this airport, I was so frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I know I might have the same issues with the Series X, 29.74, but I'd rather. I think I had a better chance of not having issues with something of this caliber versus the Series S, man. This thing is so much more powerful than the other one, man. It's crazy. All right, let's go for backup. Oh, first let's put on. Let's do this here. Let's go ahead and put our bleed air on. And now that IRS is lined up, we can now put the pitch trim. These 6 switches we can now activate: avionics, yaw dampener, pitch and trim. If you do it beforehand, you're going to have some major issues with the airplane. You can't do those switches until you have the IRS lined up. All right, let's turn off the external power. Oh, we got to contact the ATC, actually. We got to get our clearance. Hang on, Grease. I got to redo part of the flight plan. I have the feature turned on where it's supposed to force the flight plan into the ATC, but it never puts the right runway in. Let me go into Navigraph and switch this. Hang on a second. 30 left. I have, as far as add-ons go, I didn't do any liveries. I just downloaded all the airplanes and all the world scenery packs. But no, the only liveries I have are the PMDG ones that go with the DC-6 and the 737. Other than that, I didn't download any other third-party anything. Just world scenery, Top Gun, and you know, the airplanes. So nothing from 2Pilot or 4Simmers or any of that bullshit. All right, we gotta adjust our flight plan real quick. Now we have a different runway. So let's click on the OMDB again. Let's click on SID. Let's do 30 left. Which is, I don't even see 30 left. Where is it? But here we go, 30 left. And DAV M4F. There we go, insert that. Now let's get rid of this 460 again. That throws off the navigation system, so we're not going to put that in. And one last thing before we back up, let's make sure our flight plan is good. Let's come up here, let's put this on plan. Let's close that up. And we're going to use the up arrow on the FMC, and it's going to show us our whole flight plan. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it clean and legit. Nothing, no liveries, no extra lights, nothing for the ground. I don't want any of that bullshit. All right, we're good. Let's click on flight plan again. We'll actually take off. And let's put this back on map. Let's put GigaChat on flight plan duty. Our heading for this runway is 299, so let's plug that in. Let's set this up real quick and then we'll back up. So we got 299. Okay, let's set our V speeds here. So let's click on this airplane. Let's go to performance. Let's choose runway 30 left. Let's sync. And let's calculate. All right, flex speed is 53. Our altimeter is 1015, so let's do that. This will change all of them because I have them all linked together. And V1, 155, 155, and 163. All right, so 163. And 155. Once we get these plugged in, we're going to back up. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and go here. Let's go to ground equipment. Let's toggle that. Let's toggle ground power, and let's push this arrow for back. Let's deactivate the parking brake. Yeah, I tried to find some Iran Air flights, but the only one I saw was an A330. So, but I think they do still use the A300. I read that the other day. Actually, when I searched for the picture for the thumbnail, I searched for Air Iran and for Iran Air, and it said they were still using the A300. All right, we're getting ready to back up. Now let's put on all the fuel pumps. Remember, anything with white lettering needs to be turned, pushed, whatever you got to do to get rid of the white lettering. That's what you got to do. So let's push all these bitches in. Yep. That's right. All right, let's put the ignition to start A or B. We'll start making our turn here momentarily. Yeah, I can, you know, the other two games that I played, you know, the Car Mechanic Simulator, I didn't really notice a difference with that. I mean, that's a pretty, like, you don't really need graphics for that. But the Train Simulator, I noticed a huge difference with graphics on that game. And it was a lot smoother of a game with the Series X. Here, I've just noticed that everything is so much crisper looking. Like, it's not blurry like it was before. All right, beacon light on. Let's click arm. Let's get this bitch fired up, bitch. Yo, Dubs and Shooters, man, welcome. I think this might be your first time, my dude. At least I've never seen you before, but welcome in. Thank you. Appreciate you. Even if you don't like it, push subscribe. Thank you very much. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate it. I'll have to check you out when I'm not streaming later tonight. I'll check you out. All right, let's stop our pushback here. Let's put the old parking brake back on. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Frank. They did such a good job with the engines of this airplane, man. It's crazy how good these engines sound. All right, let's start up engine number 1. Let's wait for N2 to get up a little bit. Here, N2, let's go, bitch. All right, let's put our fuel in. While we're down here, let's put our transponder on and click this button here, make that above, so it can read traffic above us. And for weathers, we'll do system 1, and we'll tilt the motherfucker a little bit. There we go. Now, as far as landing the airplane, I think it's like 3,000. I think it's like 3,000 feet in the air. Let's see here. Navigraph. OIE. Come on. All right, approach. We're doing RNAV for well, I guess, yeah, RNP right here, this one here. Let's pin that. And, yep, that is correct. So we have 3,300 feet. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. I looked on FlightAware earlier, but didn't see it. What? What's up, man? You say, guess what? What's up? All right, let's put our brake fans on. Max auto brake. All right, so we got that pinned. Let's go to OMDB. let's do departures. And we are doing, wow, from the 70s. That's crazy. Davmo, it is chart 10-3B. So that's this one here, 10-3B. Let's pin that also. And our transition's 13,000 feet. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's go back. And I think we're good. Let's go taxi. Let's put our taxi lights on. Let's turn off the APU bleed. Let's arm that. Let's put these on continuous. Let's put our logo lights on. All right, that's good. Let's put our slats and flaps to 15, and let's arm the auto brake. We'll put this bitch on takeoff. Oh, actually, we'll put this bitch on performance. We'll put this bitch on this. And let's make our decision height -5. I still don't know why I do it. I saw a real pilot do it, and that's why I do it. So other than that, I don't know why. All right, constraints on. That way we can see what's what. Any kind of altitude constraints or speed constraints. All right, we're good. Let's test our takeoff configuration. That button is right down at the bottom here. Let's hold that in. Takeoff test normal. All right, we are good to go, my friends. So let's release the parking brake. Let's give it some fuel. Wow, that's crazy. Once I take off and get in the air, I'll pause it and put the photogrammetry back on. And once we get ready for our descent tonight, then I'll go ahead and plug in the arrival information. I still believe that even with the Series X, it's going to stutter with that arrival information, because when I was reading that shit on the forums, it wasn't specific. It seemed like it was everything. Series X, Series S, PC. It seemed like it was a pretty global kind of problem. Man, the graphics are so much cleaner. Yeah, there's a lot of old planes that fly in the Middle East and southern Russia. That's cool, man. I saw a YouTuber the other day. He had a whole setup where the chair like leans backwards and shakes and swivels, and that's cool, man. I would love to have a setup like that. Well, I seen one dude that has it for X-Plane, where he's got like a whole 737 cockpit like built, like the overhead panels, everything. He's got like huge screens like windows, so it looks like an actual cockpit, man. This shit is crazy. Oops. Sitting here fucking around with y'all, I forgot to turn. Mother Russia. That's right. Every airplane just make big circle. Wow, 3 kilometers to the runway. Let me click on OMDB so I can get the latest weather. So it's 2977 actually. Mother Russia. Yeah, that's cool. The Bay, I love the Bay 146, man. That's a fun plane to fly. Right. speaking of insurance, I got pulled over tonight. It's literally like 2 miles from my house to the Royal Farms, the convenience store. We wanted to get some dinner from there tonight. They got some banging ass chicken, and I get pulled over on my way there. And less than 2 miles from my home, I get pulled over tonight for not having a front tag bracket on my car. Supposedly, that's still against the law in Maryland. I didn't know. I thought they changed that law years ago. I mean, they gave me a warning, but still, man, all the crime and shit they got going on, and they worried about a front tag. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like that Bay 146, man. That's a fun plane to fly. And the one in the simulator here is not retrofitted for anything, so it's got all old equipment in it. It's got a tablet, which is good, but other than that, it's all like old gauges in it. One of the first flights I tried when I got the Series X and I uploaded everything, I downloaded everything, I took the Cirrus Vision Jet that's always had screen issues. I put it in the center of the old black hole, which was Frankfurt, Germany. Turned everything on, and it worked perfectly. I was so happy. Because with the Series S, the Frankfurt was like the center of the black hole. And anything within like 700 miles of a radius, like the screens wouldn't work at all. Here in Mother Russia, polar bear is best friend. Speaking of Russia, I watched that. I've seen Chernobyl on HBO when it came out years ago. The miniseries they had come out. I just watched it again this week. Man, that shit was great. That's a great miniseries. If you have about 5 hours to invest, you know, I can't control how I'm streaming, man. It might be the It might be the graphics card, or whatever the card I'm using. Not the graphics card. The um, what the hell is it called? Oh, you know what it might be? Well, it says now the resolution says 1280 by 720. Oh, it is 720. Well, whatever. I'll have to play with it when I'm not streaming. I think I might have to pay to upgrade to a higher quality. I'll have to look into that. I use a service called Restream, so I can stream to multiple places at one time. I still use OBS, but here it does say 720. Well, sorry. My graphics look real good. But yeah, I'll look into it. I may have to pay to upgrade it. I'll have to see. I don't know if I can do it on Restream. And I certainly don't know if I can do it while I'm in the middle of streaming, so yeah. I'll check it out when I'm not streaming. I don't think I can change it right now. So, but I will check it out for next time. Hey, if you watch it on a phone, then it doesn't matter then. It's really only if you watch it on a big screen that makes a difference. It's a long damn way, man. Jesus. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Then you could definitely tell a difference on the iPad Pro, yeah. Yeah, I know I can increase it. I just don't know if I can do it for free. So I have to look. If I need to pay for it, I'll pay for it. I mean, now that I have capability of having better graphics with the system now, I want it to be emulated properly on different formats. So yeah, I'll play with it. So when I come on tomorrow night, it'll be higher quality for everybody. But thank you for telling me. I didn't know. If I knew, I would have changed it before. Hey man, you better get out of the middle of the road, bro. I ain't stopping. I'll slip to the side. Bam! Blew up the engine. Meep, meep, that's right. That's right, bitch. Meep, meep. I used to love the Roadrunner, man, when I was growing up. That was a great cartoon. I almost felt sorry for the coyote every once in a while. Especially when Elmer Fudd was on the scene, trying to blow a hole in that coyote. I might have. I don't know why they had us come here. We should have went that next one.
Dubai Tower YO Mike Alpha, ready for straight out departure at runway 30 left.
Well, thanks, lady.
YO Mike Alpha, wind calm, departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 30 left.
And let's turn on nav and profile. Yep. All right, let's roll. Park and brake off. Let's turn the brake fans off. And we'll line up, and then we'll give it some juice. Push the toga button. And we'll peace out on this bitch. Pause it. Put the photogrammetry back on. All right, let's give it some juice. Push toga. See, I got that same message again. It says takeoff inhibited. I don't know why it's saying that. It said takeoff was okay before. Oh, whatever. I took off earlier today with the same message. And no forums. I couldn't find it anywhere online with what that means. I mean, I kind of understand what it means. I just don't know why it's showing up. Unless it'll go away when we get to our V speeds. Let's see. Nope, didn't go away. All right, let's pull back on the yoke. Once I get the, yeah, same systems, but see, it still says takeoff inhibited. I still don't know what that means. I looked it up online. I can't find it anywhere. I have no idea what it means. And I'm in the right takeoff configuration. Like, I don't know. Maybe because the APU is on? I don't know. I don't think that would have anything to do with it, but who knows? All right, once I get up to 1,500 feet, I'll engage the autopilot. All right, let's engage the autopilot. And let's put on the photogrammetry real quick. Data on. I still have real world air traffic turned off just because with the ATC turned on, the ATC would never shut up. It would always be on. No, I think the altimeter was 10,000. I might not have adjusted the trim. Maybe I needed to do that, but I didn't see a trim setting.
Generic Alpha 6 Sierra
Oh, it is set to 0.
ready for IFR departure, runway tree 0 left. YO Mike Alpha, Mike Alpha, leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Generic Alpha 6 Sierra Quebec, Zulu QNH 29er.9er 2 Windcom. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 0 left.
Well, that could have been maybe what it was.
Dubai Tower YO Mike Alpha frequency change.
It's also weird that this gauge is
Dubai approach YO Mike
messed
Alpha
up.
Mike Alpha is type 2 miles.
I had to click on it a few times like this to try to get it like the.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
YO Mike Alpha Dubai approach. Squawk 6532.
Squawk
Well, I can tell you this, when I took off this morning before work, I had the altimeter set to 10,000 feet, and it was still popping on. So I'm really not sure what causes it. Man, this shit looks so good on the Series X, man. Oh my god, I can't believe the difference. Them motherfuckers on Reddit and all the different forums that said that the graphics were almost the same between the two series, they must not be looking at the same thing I'm looking at. Alright, we can put our slats up here momentarily. Yeah, you're right about that. They are definitely not the same. All right, let's put our slats up. All right, now that we're in the air, let me get on Restream's website and see what I can do to up the graphics. I think I need to pay. Let me see what it says here. Let me do it on my old tablet here. I don't mind paying for it. It's just All right, let me see here. Events, video storage, help, billing. Let's go to the help center, I guess. No, I don't want platforms. Advanced. Subscriptions. Let's look at subscriptions. Streaming setup. Not speed test. Alright, let's turn off our landing lights. Let's turn the APU off. And we can turn the nav light off. I mean the logo light. What tail's flapping? What you talking about, bro? Alright, payments. I want to see what the billing is. Okay, upgrade, here we go. Oh, yep, that's what it is. I gotta pay for it, so...
Tower on 119.05 Airbus Yankee Victor Quebec.
Max video size, 0.5 gigabytes. Record streams, no watermark. Oh, maybe I'll stop using this and just go back to using OBS. Because in order for me to get 1080p at a minimum, it's going to be $49 a month. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to spend $50 a month. I'll have to look into it. Maybe I'll just go back to OBS and just kind of stream how I was doing it before. So I try to do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. All right, let's plug in standard pressure. Push the X button for that. And let's go ahead and put this up to 60 miles. Yeah, I'm not sure how to really increase this. I can't do it with Restream. I'll have to look at a different service, I guess. Yeah, that's a shame. It's an easy service to use. I kind of like it because it flips them both to, you know, I can go to two places at one time. I'll have to look and see if there's another service I can use. Alright, well, it is what it is. Can't do anything about it right now. Alright, let's see if our plane shows up. I don't think the plane's going to show up on the departure. Let's see here. Oh, it sure does. Look at that shit. That is wild. Very cool. I didn't think it was going to do that. Very cool. Oh, look at that. Panel states. I didn't know it had that. Lock EFB, power off, cold and dark states, brightness. I didn't know it had that. That is cool. Alright, well, we can put this away now. Let's see here. I'm not really sure how to put it away. Can I just click on it again? Nope. Alright, whatever. Now, I wonder if the weight and balance is live time. Yep, it does move in live time. Oh, look, it's got the correct local and Zulu time, too. That's cool, like the correct offset. That is pretty wild, man. This tablet's pretty cool, man.
Dubai approach Airbus Alpha 6, Whiskey Bravo November is passing 10,400 feet, descending 3,000 feet. Airbus Alpha 6, Whiskey Bravo November.
Yeah, we never locked the
9.902 radar contact. Continue to orbit.
There we go. Now the gear is locked. Yeah, Aerofly is a pretty fun game, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not. Oh, we're at icing range. Let's put on some icing equipment. We can turn the seatbelt signs off now. Aerofly is good for what it is. It's definitely not as advanced as this game, but it's a really good mobile simulator, that's for sure. I was a huge fan of it up until I couldn't run it on my iPad anymore. For years, for 5 or 6 years now, I've been playing every edition of Aerofly that's come out. I've been able to run it on my iPad, no problem. Well, 2 different iPads, because I bought one 2 years ago. No problem, 60 frames a second, or close to 60 frames a second, no problems at all. All of a sudden, they come out with this new global one, and my iPad's too old now. I need the new chip. The new A12 Bionic chip, or the new M whatever, with the Pro, so, or the iPad Air, so it sucks. However, I didn't see them change really anything. I have an iPad that's like 3 years old, two or 3 years old, and it's always run Aerofly fine, almost 60 frames a second. The new one that just came out, the new Aerofly that came out a few months ago, is not compatible now with the iPad that I have because it doesn't have the correct processing chip on the inside of it. So I refuse to spend money to buy a new iPad when Aerofly hasn't done really anything to improve their simulator. Like, it's still the same. The only thing they did different, they put a new plane in, which is okay, and they unlocked a bunch of airports. But a lot of those global airports that you can go to now, a lot of those airports have no stands where you can do a cold and dark start. Like 90% of the airports that are in that simulator, you have to start at the runway with the engines going. You can't do cold and dark start at a lot of airports. There's only a few airports you can do a cold and dark start. And it seems like all the airports they had last year. So we'll see. Yeah, if you have an A12 chip now, you can run Aerofly right now. At least that's what it said a few months ago. I don't know if that's still the case now. Alright, man, we cruising, bitch. I know what Greece wants to see. Let's look at some views. Gotcha. Yeah, you might need more RAM than that. This is probably my favorite view right here. I like this view, I think, the best. Out of like all the different external views in any simulator, I've always liked the one where it's like you can see the engine going and... Whoa! That's a hell of a view. That's a hell of a view. I didn't know it was like a double-sided airplane, like where it's got like the glass from police stations, where it's like you know you can see out of it, but they can't see in. Look at that, man! That is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, this wing's flexing a little bit, but not much. That was crazy, where you could... Maybe they did that on purpose, so you can see everything. Greece, don't take this the wrong way, but the way you just put that sentence together makes me think you're actually Russian. Because a Russian would say, this is glitch. They don't use certain words to describe, like, this is a glitch. Or... Alright, yeah, what's your question, bro? This is glitch. I know you're I'm just messing with you, bro. I know you're English. I know it's a second language or a third language for you or something like that. I just messing around with you. I think it's to let people know that the engines are on. Like, because if there's nothing moving, you might not know the engine's running when you're, like, walking up to it. I think it's to that, and I also think it's so the pilots can see from one of the windows what's going on with the engine, like if they can see it rotating. I just think it's to let people know that the engine's running, I think. That would be my guess. I don't know for sure. Cam again. What, the one camera? It's okay, man. It's just when I read it, I was like, man, this motherfucker's Russian. He's like, this is glitch. Are you talking about the white thing spinning here in the center, dude? I just think it's so people can see the engine's actually running. Yeah, that's right. It's the Biggie Smalls of the airplane right here that's hypnotized. My Detroit players. Papa been smooth since days of under ruse. Yeah, this is smart glitch. Oh yeah, I'm a big Eminem fan. Have been for 20 some years now, man. But I mean, Eminem's definitely up there with Biggie. Like, if I think of all the best rappers ever, you know, I definitely think of like Run DMC because they were like the first, and like the Beastie Boys. But then after that, it's like I don't think anybody except for Biggie and Eminem I've really enjoyed rap wise. Like, I like the Beastie Boys a lot. I like Run DMC. I like, yeah, yes, he was. Doc, you know what? I don't know. You know what? He might have still made it even if Dr. Dre didn't take a chance on him. But I mean, Dr. Dre taking a chance on him certainly helped. You know, obviously it put him where he's at now. But like, I mean, he was doing really good in the underground until you know, making a name for himself. Man, that's got to be hard. Being in Detroit, being white, and going to the clubs he was going to do open mics and rap battles and shit like that. That had to have been a hard life for him, man. For real. The struggle was real. Alright, we can turn continuous relight off now that we are cruising. And let's put our traffic to normal. Oh, this is still armed. Alright, what the hell am I doing here? Oh yeah, progress. How far are we until our descent? Whoa, 524 miles. Yes, sir. Alright, well, we're gonna have to speed things up a little bit here. Oh yeah, I've seen 8 Mile quite a few times. That's a great movie. I haven't watched it in probably 10 years, but I mean, I've seen it a lot. All right, I think I'm going faster now. Let me see here. Oh yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to do 2x. Look at the VS needle going up and down. All right, let's do 1x. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Well, I would say so far, I would say this over the, I would say this over the A310 right now. Just for the sound of it, the sound and the tablet. It's a lot quicker to set this plane up when you don't have to type everything in. In the A310, you got to type all, like, you got to type in so much shit into the thing here, the tablet. But other than that, I mean, it's like the exact same plane. But I do like the features better on this airplane because of the tablet. So I'm going to say this airplane for now. Yeah, man, that scene when he was banging in the trailer. I'll have to watch this on YouTube later, like this scene right here, and see how the rocks look, because the mountains look amazing. Like what I'm looking at right now, it's almost like looking at a satellite image. It's crazy. Look at all them 12 teraflops doing them things, man. Look at it. About 12 teraflops. Yeah. Yeah, all my teraflops working. All my 13 trillion whatever per second. All right, we gonna be cruising for a little bit. You know, it'll be fixed tomorrow. It'll be fixed tomorrow. I'll have to, like I said, I'll just have to go back to OBS and just do what I was doing before. What I was doing before is actually the preferred way. I'd rather stream the way I was doing it before. So before, I was going from the Xbox right to Twitch, streaming from the Xbox to Twitch, and then I was capturing the screen of Twitch and throwing that up on YouTube through OBS. And I was able to use my Xbox headphones and all that. Oh, I mean, it looks beautiful for me. I mean, I can definitely see a difference between the two consoles right now. But yeah, I'll test it out tomorrow. I'll have some time tomorrow to test it out. I think if I go back to how I was streaming before, I think it'll be 1080p or 1440 or something like that. So. Yeah, I didn't realize Restream was capped at 720. But if I pay $50 a month, I can get up to 1080p. That's worth it. If I was making money doing YouTube, I would do it. But it's a hobby right now. I don't want to sink another $50 a month into a hobby. I guess if I looked at it as a business, I could sink the money into it and write it off as a tax write-off, I guess. But I'll do some research and figure it out. I like researching things. It'll give me something to do. Oh yeah, I'm sure it is, man. Yeah, that gaming mode on those TVs, man. Hell yeah, and especially if you have a system that can run it. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to being able to play Blu-rays again. I couldn't play well, I mean I could play the Blu-ray on my PS4, but I couldn't play it on the Series S. I really did buy the Series S as an accident. That really was an accident that I bought it. I was on Microsoft's website, and back when I was looking months and months ago, there was this thing from PayPal where I could pay for the gaming system over four payments, like every 2 weeks another like payment would come out. And I thought I was clicking on the button to see what the payments were, and I wound up buying the whole damn thing. I clicked on the button and I was expecting to see PayPal, and I was expecting to see how much it was going to be every 2 weeks. And the next screen that popped up was, "Thank you for your purchase." I'm like, fuck. I came real close to turning it, like trading, like just sending it right back, but I was like, well, let me try it out. It worked pretty well for a while. But you know what? I was thinking, like, I know there's a new Xbox coming out down the line. Like, they just had an article come out yesterday about the next one that's going to come out is going to be like leaps and bounds better than this one, and but that could be 2 or 3, 4 years away. You know, I know with this new Microsoft 24 when that comes out later this year, if I'm already having problems running the current one that's 4 years old, I know I'm going to have major issues with the new one. Yeah, I don't have a HDR TV. I'm still running an old 1080p TV, to be honest. I thought about getting a 4K TV, but I don't know. I guess because I'm getting older. I don't know. Maybe it's just not as important to me. If I can get a good deal on one, like if I can get one for $500 or $700, maybe I'll do it. But like the older I get, like it's not that kind of shit's not as important to me as it used to be. At least for personal viewing. Streaming, I definitely want it to be high quality, which I wasn't aware of until tonight that it wasn't high quality. I thought I thought it was running at a higher pixel rate, but all right. I thought I need to drop down altitude it somewhere. Let me see here. Let me go to the flight plan. Hello? Why are you not letting me see the flight plan? There we go. I thought I had to get down to 28,000 feet somewhere. Oh no, it's 30,000 the whole way. Okay, alright, well, very good. Never mind. I guess, I don't know. I mean, that might be a bit severe, at least in my opinion, looking like Minecraft, but I think now that I have a higher performing system, maybe that'll tempt me to get into a higher grade TV. I think part of the reason I didn't get a higher grade TV in the past was because like I didn't have a system that really could do anything with it. But now that I have this, it might be worth investing in a new TV, and I'll just give my old TV to one of my kids. I mean, I've had that TV. Shit, I've had. It's a cheap Westinghouse 55-inch TV I bought from Best Buy like 6 years ago. I think I bought it the year before my dad died. I think I bought it in 2018. We're getting there, 368 to descent. At some point, I gotta plug the arrival in. but I'm worried about stuttering. I think when I get about 100 miles to descent, I think, or 100 miles to descent, I think I'll enter the arrival in at that point. But yeah, we're running at for me, you know what, when I was single, I was always like, I always needed to have the top of the line shit. But, well, even as a parent, I wanted it for a long time. But, you know, once I got full custody of my kids and I had to really be careful with my spending, like my view on things changed over time. Like I've had full custody of my kids now for going on 8 years. Wow, 8 years. Jesus Christ, it's a long time. Before that, when I was making a ton of money, you know, I always wanted the best of the best everything. But after I got full custody of my kids and I really couldn't, you know, do the best of the best, I kind of got used to, you know, having subpar, I guess. But this new job I just started about 2 weeks ago, man, I think I'm going to do, I know I'm going to do well at this job. It's been going very good so far, and I actually enjoy doing it. So, you know, I can get back up on the money board again, and, you know, back into the 88, 83 club. I'll start getting the best of the best again. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, man, when I was single, I always wanted the best of everything. And there really wasn't a problem affording it. And then for a good time when I was married, and even through the divorce, you know, I could still afford it all. It's just once I got full custody of my kids, like that, all that stuff kind of went out the door quickly. It's tough. It's tough with one income and full custody, taking care of two kids. Man, that's a tough road, man. It's good with you know, the career I had before. I was in the car business. I was a manager for a really big car dealership, and I was working like 60 hours a week, close to 70 sometimes. I couldn't do that when I got full custody, so I had to switch careers at, you know, 38 years old. It's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, usually they last longer. Yeah. I don't know, man. I got this cheap Westinghouse I bought from Best Buy, you know, 6 years ago, and you know, that thing is still kicking. I mean, knock on some wood. I mean, that thing is still putting out a really good picture. The blacks are still really good. And I have a sound bar that's like 10 years old, and that sound bar still kicks ass. I mean, knock on some wood again. I don't want that shit to blow up when I go upstairs tonight. I don't want it to jinx it. But yeah, man, if you ever get kids, you know, if you ever have kids and, you know, do all that, it might be tougher to you know, maybe your mind will change with the best of the best. It might not. You know, mine didn't until I couldn't afford it anymore. And then once I couldn't afford the best anymore, then, you know, I started getting used to, like I said, subpar. And sometimes those subpar, you know, items, sometimes they last a long time. You know. All right, let me, I guess there's really nothing. I was going to change a couple of things for landing, but we're still so far away. Still 300 miles until our descent. Yeah, that's the steering on that car is probably so tight. That was one thing about those older BMWs, man. Like the steering was so tight on those things, man. It was awesome. Yeah, it's probably a nice car, that 5 Series. Absolutely. So far with this airplane is really the only difference that I can tell. The sound is much the sound of the airplane, the engines, everything is much better than the A310. But this tablet sets this plane so far and above the A310. It's crazy. I mean, you can do so many more things with this airplane because of this tablet. The airplane I'm going to be flying tomorrow night is a little single engine airplane. That tablet, when that airplane puts this tablet to shame. So, yeah, I'm going to be flying this little Piper P-28, 28 Aero. I forget what it's called. It's some Piper that came out a few weeks ago that I've been playing around with, man. That tablet, and the tablet on that plane, you can drag it to where you want it. So usually I keep the tablet over here, like on this side. All right, we're getting there. Let's try 2X. Man, there's like 2 other series on HBO. Whoa, yeah. Let's go back to 1X. I mean, if it was going up and down by like 500, that's one thing. But like to go up and down by like 1,000, that's no bueno. No bueno, senor. So this series, Vice Principals, on HBO is fucking awesome. Like I love it. And the same writers and some of the same actors are in this other series that came out after it. Well, there's 2. One's called Eastbound and Down, and The Righteous Gemstones. Man, like there's not enough hours in the day to try to watch all this stuff, man. Like I can't wait. Like I love Vice Principals. I like Walter Goggins. I like the other main actor, Danny McBride, I think. But man, the other 2 ones look really funny. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, man, I love them too. Yeah, I spent about 20 years working in the car business. I know exactly what you mean about driving all the other cars and then getting in. I had an Audi for many years, so I know it's sort of equivalent to a BMW, but I know what you mean, man. Once I got back in that car, man, it like put all the other cars to shame that I was driving throughout the day. All right, let me slow down to regular speed because we're getting ready to make a turn. About 100 miles, I'll plug in our arrival. Yep. That's true. Audi, Mercedes, and BMW, that is very true. Yeah, those 3 brands have, like, the drive on those cars is so much better than almost any other car that's out there. The way the steering feels and suspension and just how solid the car feels while you're driving it. Like when I was driving the Audi, man, I always felt like I was driving a little tank. I could go through like any amount of snow, rain. It was always sure-footed on the ground, like it never slid. It always did what I asked the car to do. Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember the 7 Series years ago. I worked at BMW many years ago. They had a 7 Series when it came out. You could actually like pinch. So like underneath the rear view mirror, like pinch your fingers and then like drag it side to side or in a circle, and it would actually take the camera system and like make a circle. So instead of you twisting a dial, you just put your hand there and just make the motion, and it would do that for the camera system. that was like hands down some of the coolest shit I ever seen in a car before. Up until that point, I never saw a car do anything like that. That was so cool. I think the 7 Series is over and above those other two cars. Personally, I think the 7 Series has it all over the A8 and the S Class. At least the newer ones feel very plasticky to me. Like the interiors just feel like the wood and the aluminum trim. It just feels very like plasticky. The 7 Series always felt like it was really solid quality, and I don't know. That's just my point of view. What do I know? I'm just a dumb American. Fat, stupid American. There you go, man. Get you that S-Class. I bet you the internet hotspot in that S-Class will be faster than the internet in your house. I got you. I think I'm right about that. I bet you the internet hotspot in that S-Class will be faster than your house. Yeah, they don't have those cars over in Greece, my dude. I agree, man. Those old muscle cars. The cars from like the 50s and 60s in America, like Oldsmobiles and Plymouths, like the Roadrunner and old Chevys and shit. Like, man, the angles and the shit that the way they did those cars back then, man, they look so awesome compared to cars nowadays. I would love to get like a GTO, like an old GTO, or like a Charger from the 70s. Yeah, Greece. Well, that's tough to do nowadays with these top of the line luxury cars, man. They're packed with all types of technology, dude. All right, let's go up 1 digit in speed. So we're 1x right now. Yep. All right, I'm actually going to plug in our arrival now. Even though it says we're 200 miles. Actually, no. What waypoint are we at? YZD. Let me look on this map here. Oh yeah, we still got some time to go. We still have to get the Rovad. You know what? It's really not much of an arrival anyways. It's only one. You know what? Maybe I can do the ILS instead, actually. Yeah, let me switch this arrival here. Since I haven't done the arrival yet, let me switch to the ILS for 29, right? Alright, let me get rid of Oxvana. Radel. Alright, and now let's choose. I think this one here. Radel 2V, I think. I'm not. You know what? I know a lot about cars. I must be drawing a blank because I have no idea what the hell you're talking about with a W221 or a W. Like, I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm so far out of the car game nowadays, I just don't know what it means. You know what? I know Iranians or most people in Iran hate America, but I really like this livery. I like this livery a lot. It's really clean looking. Like I like the whatever demon on the back of the airplane. BC for because. You know, I like the flag and then the it's a clean looking livery. I like the demon on the winglets, the little red on the back. Oh, model codes of Benz, I got you. I gotcha. Yeah, Greece. They love America. That's right. That's why they're always chanting death to America. Oh, yeah. Well, they definitely were applauding on that day, that's for sure. I don't know how much they had a hand in it or not, but they were definitely happy about it. All right, let's go back to regular speed. And let's come down here now and plug in our arrival. So we've had no stuttering so far. I wonder if we're gonna get stuttering now that we're getting ready to enter in our arrival. And we have Rada 2V. And now we got 197 to our descent. Yeah, you might be right about that. I just don't know why, I mean, I guess they hate America because a lot of the sanctions that they put on, that country over the years. I don't know. I mean, these past presidents have been so quick to try to start trouble for no reason, other than to keep the war machine going. Good old American war machine. All right, let's get our charts for our arrival. Now, there's some Iranians that like America. Like my son plays online with a few kids a few teenagers from Iran and a few from Saudi Arabia, and they don't really say anything negative about America at all. From what he says they get along really good. All right, for our arrival, it's Rada 2V. Yeah, 20-2C. All right, this one here. Let's pin this. And our approach is Category 2, ILS. Decision height is 133. And what is the transition altitude? It's 9,000 or 11,000 feet actually. We got 11,000 feet and 133. Most of the Iranians I meet in America love America because of the opportunities they've had to, be business owners and shit like that. But over there, on that side of the world, there's a huge faction that hate America. They probably always will. It's like ingrained from like childbirth. It's like drilled into their head. All right, that's all done. I mean, I don't really hate any nation. Like, I might not agree with some of the, with their ideologies and stuff like that, but like, I wouldn't go as far as say like, I hate a whole country. Like, that's a bit radical, to be honest. Like, all right, let's go 1x speed again. Yep, I'll do some test streaming tomorrow without the capture card and just do it like I used to do it and see what I'm running. Because I think going right from the Xbox to Twitch, it's probably going to be 1080, I would think. And if it's 1080 there, I screen capture it on my laptop, should be 1080 still, so I'll have to do some looking around because I definitely want the videos to start reflecting what I'm looking at. Because what I'm looking at is gorgeous. It is a night and day difference between the two consoles. That is for sure. Man, if you don't have 12 teraflops, you need to get 12 teraflops. That's for sure. You need to get all the teraflops. All the teraflops you can get. Oh yeah. They definitely hate America. And especially that, hey, how come that didn't go in there? That's weird. The word's not in there, but it sure has the distance and the bearing. That's weird. Oh yeah, let me plug in the forecast before we descend. Yeah, they certainly don't like the Western culture, of leaking over there with women taking their, hijabs off or whatever it's called, and like they hate that shit. All right, 1020. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, forecast. That's right. 240 by. Oh, here we go. 300 by 10. Okay. $300 by 10. Can't plug this in after we start descending, so we gotta do it now. And our course and our localizer is 284. So we have 284. And 110.3. All right, our ILS is programmed now. I think we're still going 1x. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we're definitely going 1x. All right, 110 to descent. Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe because we're talking about him, that's right. I mean, America's done a lot of dirty shit over the years. I mean, like, I think we gotta. Oh, we gotta start our descent here. Oh shit. I'm glad I caught that. All right, we need to descend down to. Let's see here, 6,000 feet. All right, 6,000 feet. And we got to set up our approach. Yay. Wind correction, we'll do +5. So 144 is going to be our landing speed. All right, that works. That's good, man. I'm glad they got it right. Oh yeah, Pakistan. Absolutely. But yeah, most of Pakistan hates America too. As well as they probably should. I mean, America's been a bully for years, just putting their nose in everybody's business. You know, they're so worried about everybody else, but they don't do anything to protect us at home here. And there was 8 million illegal people coming over the border this year. Just some are good people, but a lot of them have been terrorists, drug dealers, rapists, murderers. Some of them have been good people, but when you let that many people in, I mean, you don't have a country when you don't have a border. At least that's how I look at it. No border, no country. I gotcha. My kids and I'll be on one of the first flights. All right, let's put the seatbelts back on. Let's reactivate continuous relight. Let's do that, and we'll put you on ARC duty. I'm sorry, Rose duty, and we'll put you on ILS duty. There you go, Giga Chad, do some work. No co-pilot here. I guess you can't interact with the circuit breakers and stuff like that. No, none of this stuff you can interact with. It'd be cool if you could interact with this stuff. Boy, it's a hell of a cargo plane. I thought I picked a passenger plane. I thought well, whatever. Oh yeah, you did say something about that grease, that it's not going to be fully functional. It's a glitch. That's cool though. Look at the wheels. I mean, they even got like all the hydraulics and all. That's pretty cool that they went so far as to like do all this shit, like all the hoses and cables and like the writing on the tires. Oh, it's writing on the metal actually, I think. Oh, you know what? Am I still going 1X? Let me see here. Oh, no, I'm good. Okay. So I'm 400 and almost 500 feet high. Yeah, well, I figured it was a passenger plane because I don't think that, like, there's no Iran Air with this livery in the cargo plane. Let's put this below since we're descending. More drag. You got it, buddy. Right, yeah, and I remember you saying that earlier. So I think with the passenger plane in this, you could actually choose the type of cargo as well. I think I remember here, like reading that you can actually choose like the type of cargo you want inside the airplane, like vehicles or, you know, mail or. It's a long time to be riding the speed brakes down, Jesus. So that's one thing I don't like about this airplane is like it doesn't really. I don't think it gives you enough time to descend. Like when that arrow shows up on the map and it shows where you're supposed to start your descent, it never seems like it's like it seems like it's 10 miles or 20 miles like too late. Yeah, they have a. I think it's a UPS delivery. I don't think they have the DHL. But no, I checked it out yesterday. The test flight I did yesterday when I first got the plane was with the UPS delivery. All right, what is our 10, 20, 30.12? All right, everything's looking okay. Let's bring up the landing chart. Oh, actually, 5,200 feet is our capture point. So let's put this down to 52. And 284 is our course. So let's just match the heading with the course. Wake up, bitch. We're almost done. Alright, we're getting ready to engage. Approach mode. Let's click land. And let's put on the other autopilot so we can do category 3. What are we sitting at again? 143. Let's put our landing gear down. Let's set this for takeoff. Alright, flaps full. Glide scopes captured. Guess I should arm the speed brakes. Just click on it and then just push up. You know what? I bet you I should change this a bit because I don't have live weather on. So let me slowly go down to what normal barometric pressure would be. It says 1020. Oh, well, that's real life, though. We're not in real life. So... there we go. There we go! Man, I'm tired as hell, man. I can't wait to go to sleep, man. I've been up since like 5 in the morning. Oh yeah, man. Brace for impact, bitches. It's gonna be bumpy. Nah, we got the computer system's gonna land us. We'll be okay. Yeah, gears, yes. Gear is down this time. Oh, VOR station. Nice and flat. Cool looking airport. Very colorful. We Gucci tonight. That was great. That was so much fun. I'm so glad I did that flight. I've been trying to do this flight since Wednesday night. That was cool. Yeah, join the club, Grease. You can file your complaint. File your complaint and send it over to me. That's fine. I'll take care of it right away, sir. Yes, sir. I'll take care of it right away. I promise. It'll be the first thing I do after I go to sleep. All right, that's about it. I need to do some research and see how I can get the frame rates up. Not the frame rate, the pixels. We need to get the pixel. We need more pixels. We need more pixels. 720 is not going to cut it. We need more. We need more. Please subscribe. Please click the like button. If you don't, I will haunt you in your dreams. Believe that. Anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow night. Yes, comrade. What else would you like? Time's a ticking. What you needs? Tick, tick, tick. Time. That's fine. If I'm haunting you, that probably means I'm a ghost or a poltergeist. So you could try to grab me all you like, buddy. But we'll see. Anyways, I will see y'all on the next episode of the Airplane Show over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth. Please follow. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please do all that good shit. It doesn't help you, but it very much helps me, and it's all about me, right? Hey. Anyways, I will see y'all on the next episode. Take care.